Right, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're listening to this. Today I'm going to speak about a craft that came across the sky, sat in this area here for a while, once Sunday night. It started on a Saturday night. I went to bed. That trees that you can see are these trees. I'll point to it if it. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, these trees there. My farm's just in there. This is a farmland here. Um, so I'm at the farm. I'm in bed at night. So happened to be a Saturday night that I had not gone out. And on this night, um, I wakened at 12 o'clock at night, Saturday night, Sunday morning. And I got a strong feeling, go outside, go outside. No, I don't want to go outside. I'm tired. So I rolled over and says, leave me. I'm too tired. I don't want to go out. But anyway, this tiredness disappeared at 20 past 12 and 20 past 12 on the Sunday morning. So I sat up in bed and I'm thinking, wonder what had they planned for me tonight? What was going to happen? So I just lay there wondering. You can never actually work out what's going to happen because they have plans way above where we are. So anyway, at this time I'd been getting a lot of trouble from the local people seeing UFOs. Oh, he's crazy, he's this, or no such things as UFOs, and why would UFOs come to planet Earth? They don't want to be associated with us. We're stupid people, etc. And so this is the sort of stupid comments you're getting from people. So anyway, 20 past, the tiredness disappeared, and I thought, oh, okay, wonder what was planned. So 12:30 in the morning now, there's a knock on the door. And I'm looking up thinking, okay, I know you're up to something. I know it's you guys. So I shouts out, who is it? And a voice came back saying, it's me, Polly. And I knew exactly who it was. It was a friend of mine that would pop in past every now and again. And he says, I says, come in. Shouts, come in. So the guy, he came in, and I went through to see him. I says, what is it? Um, Normally he would pop in past me after he'd been at the pub, and he would have a cup of tea with me, and then I would take him home. So on this occasion, it was, he says, this guy at the pub wants you to come down. It was a friend of mine, associated. An associate of mine was not really a true friend, but would you come down and take him home and his girlfriend? So I thought, okay. I says to him, has there been any lights in the sky? Did you see anything in the sky? He says, no, nothing, nothing. I says, oh, well, there's something out there. I don't know what it is, but there's a craft. There's definitely a UFO outside. So he says, that's okay, nothing that he could see. So I got dressed for going down to the pub, walked out my road, well, walked down through the farm buildings first, and in, where was it? Oh, let's, yeah, this is looking north just now. So looking to the north, we're slightly higher up on the hill here, but looking down on the north, there was an orange light over the village of Inch, seemed to be, and it flashed. I asked it to swing like a pendulum, and sure enough, it swung. Big swing, either way, left, right, left, right. I says, there's it, see it? Yeah, Polly, come on, let's go, let's go. So away we went down my road. The light had now crossed round the sky to sort of this, where, let's move on, let's get the wiper on. It had now moved round the sky, and it's this position. So it's round looking nearly to northwest, and the light is fairly high up in the sky. Looked to be pretty far away, and it looked like a star. So I'm watching this light. I says, do you see it? Yeah, he says, I see it. So anyway, we walked down the end of my road. I crossed the fence. He went into the down through the village. I crossed the fence into a field, and I walked round the edge of the village to the bar. Now the bar is just down at the end of this road, down into the crossroads in the village, and the bar is straight in front of you. It used to be called the Hunter's Moon at that time. I don't know what it's called now. I've just come through the village and I've no name on the pub. So we'll call it No Name Pub. So anyway, I'm now into the down to the pub door, and looks round, watching it. It gives me a little flash, and I think, yes, I've got you now. I'm going to go into the bar here. I know they have a video camera. So I went into the bar, went up to the bar to the woman, the owner. Asked if I could borrow her video camera. I says, have you got a video camera first? And she says, yes. I says, can I borrow it, please? She says, yes. What for? I says, it's to video a UFO. It's outside. Oh, she says, my daughter was here on Thursday and asked for a loan of the video camera. She has got it and it's not here. I sort of looked up and I said to myself, or to our brothers and sisters, I says, you've even arranged that the video camera wasn't here. So we've got a bus coming here. So I says to the woman, who was pretty open-minded, and I says to her, do you want to see it? And she says, yeah. Yeah. Not really believing. But anyway, I says, come on, right, we'll go outside now. But with that, the woman that I was supposed to be taking home with this other guy, she was standing behind me. She's not the nicest woman. She's a bit arrogant, aggressive, and she doesn't have much manners. So she's standing behind me and she says, I'm coming, because she had listened to what we were saying. I never noticed she was behind me. So anyway, we went out the door, went up to the far end of the car park, which was heading west of this position, There's houses built on it now. And we stood there for a while just watching the sky. So the woman who was not invited was standing to my east, which is nearer where I'm videoing just now. And the woman who was invited was standing to my left-hand side, which was to the west of me, where we're pointing just now. And I says to the woman who was invited, I whispered to her, just watch what's going away to happen. But as I'm seeing this, the other woman, she's basically saying, oh, come on, stop being stupid. It's only a star. It's cold out here. I'm going inside, she says. So I'm thinking, great, we'll be rid of her. So by the time she had got to the door of the pub, this light in the sky started to move across the sky in this direction, heading towards Inch, or heading towards my farm. So it moves across the sky a little. I says, do you see it? Do you see that? You see it moving? She says, no. The woman says, no. I says, look at the two stars above it. And then she said, oh yes, because the light had now crossed the sky quite a bit, so the two lights that were in line with it were now out of sync. So the light, or the star, had now crossed the sky quite a bit. So now it's round over this direction. And it sits in the sky for a while, which looked to be over the Inch area. It looked as if it had sat there for a while. And then it came right down and over the farm here. Now I'm going to have to zoom out here. Oh, it is zoomed out, sorry. So it's zoomed in, the craft came right down, and it's sitting, one edge of it looked as if it could have nearly been touching the hill here. But the other side of it was right round, crossing that trees there, over the edge of Auchleven. I'll zoom in now. I haven't got my gimbal working right. This is a new gimbal I got, so helps with getting these things done. Let's see. Now it should zoom in there. Maybe. Not really. Yeah. So anyway, I'm watching it. The woman's watching it. And then for me, it looked as if it was over part of the village of Auchleven here. But suddenly, it then started to move off, heading towards where the camera and I am just now, but it's heading up into the sky, and it shot off in an easterly direction, east-southeast direction, heading towards Aberdeen, and it shot up into the sky, and it just ended up disappearing like a little wee pinprick, a little wee spot in the sky, a little bit like what when you see Star Trek, the what is it, Enterprise, the craft they have, it shot off similar and like that, where the light just fades down to a little wee point, and then it just disappears. But the craft that we saw, it had a little red light on the bottom side of it. That was all I saw for lights. The craft was round. You could say it was the round part of the starship, the Enterprise on Star Trek. You could say it was similar to that. So anyway, we're heading back towards the door of the pub. And this woman who was not invited, she's now coming out the door and coming over towards us. And she says, I told you it was just a star. And she then says, where's it gone? And the woman that's with me says, that was no star. So the woman that's with me says, how am I going to tell people this? And I'm thinking to myself, well, that's not my problem. Everyone's been giving me a heap of rubbish and a hard time because of the UFO subject. Now it's you that's going to have the hard time, and you're going to have to tell people what you've seen. So I'm heading towards the door of the bar, and I heard this woman that wasn't invited say, where's it gone? Where's it gone? And the woman that was invited, she's saying, it shot off in that direction. And I'm thinking, good, I don't have to deal with this. I'm out of here. So I took a woman home, took her home that night, her and her partner, and they never said a single word about the incident. Dropped them off, and then the following day, on the way home that night, I met the friend that came to my property. Told me that I had to come down, wanted me to go down to the village to do the the taxi fare or to give the guy a lift home. So he says to me, as I left after dropping off a man and a woman, the man says, you take my car home, leave it in your yard, you know where to leave the key, and I'll pick it up in the morning. So I'm coming back home, came through the village of Auchleven here, and I met my friend. He's on the street walking home to Inch. So I stopped, picked him up, and took him down to Inch. Dropped him off. We chit-chatted about just different stuff going on. Never mentioned the UFO that night because my friend had seen him in the past with me. He knew what was going on. It was just another UFO. And let's move on. There's plenty other stuff to speak about. Farming, things going on in the local area, so just life in general. So anyway, the following day, I'm working in my shed. I'd done my house duties, the hoovering, got my dinner made, then went out to the shed to do some work in the shed. And this part I'm going to do tomorrow. I promise I will do it tomorrow. I don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow, but I'll do this part tomorrow, which is the final part of this subject. Okay? So, have a nice day. I don't know what date it is just now. It's been a while since I've been on the internet. I apologize. Things have been going on. There quite a lot of stuff has been happening here. For any of you who would like to know, is the arrest going on? I can assure you a lot of arrests is happening. I understand that there is a man called Lord Aberdeen. He was arrested at the end of November. So it's all good stuff. We'll give an update on that at a later time. But let's just focus on this UFO. We'll do another one tomorrow. It'll be about 10 minutes, 12 minutes, and it'll be the woman's story of what she saw. So that's 20 minutes we're coming up to. So thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.